Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers. I woke up like this, all magical and fly, just whoa, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. That was so healthy. Raising the frequency. I feel so much better now. Raising the vibration. You feel so much better now. Sending you all tons of good ass energy. Take that, take that, take that. The cat down the road said you received it and you feel a whole lot better now. Look, deep divers. The world ended in 2019 and nobody noticed. I said the world ended in 2019 and nobody noticed. A lot of people, they write to me and they're like, Ralph, thanks so much for your videos. They've really helped me along my journey. But Ralph, it seems awfully strange. It seems like the world ended in 2019. It seems like we're living in a whole new timeline, an alternate reality, Ralph. Have you noticed, deep divers, things don't seem the same? The world ended in 2019 and nobody noticed. The information that I'm going to share with you in this video is not only going to blow your mind, it's going to empower you to become your greatest version. Smash the like button if you support the real. Deep divers, smash the like button right now if you support the real, because we got a whole lot to talk about. And a huge shout out to everybody who's joined the YouTube membership. Get full access to all the live stream shows. Click join down below and join the new Ralph Smart Patreon page. Over 250 videos that are going to help you become your greatest version, deep divers. Patreon.com/Ralph Smart. Click the link down below, deep divers. And it's finally here. Go and get the brand new book. We call it The Bible of Becoming Your Greatest Version. Feel alive too. Unlock your infinite power. The secret recipe to becoming your greatest version. Now available on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/the book. Click the link down below, deep divers. You're going to love it. Now, the world ended in 2019 and nobody noticed. Let me start it like this, deep divers. If you are watching this video, this is your confirmation. An unexpected blessing is coming your way this week. If you're ready to affirm that and receive that, just say thank you. Thank you. Who said that? Deep divers. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? So I'm like, I've got to share this realization with you, deep divers, that the world ended in 2019 and nobody noticed. You see, a lot of people, they can feel that something isn't right. There's a strange energy in the air right now. The world seems like so different than what it once was. And I remember, deep divers, like 2019 was lit, right? But in 2020, something shifted. 2020 was also amazing, but I realized that something was coming to an end in 2019. I'm very intuitive. I'm a 33, born on March 3rd. That's 33. So I have this insight into energy fields, and I realized that the world ended in 2019 because in 2019, something phenomenal happened. Maybe you noticed this, deep divers. Humanity collectively, we reached a peak of awareness, and a lot of people were reconnecting back to the truth of who they really are. In 2019, more and more people were awakening from the deep sleep, from the Maya, and they were coming back into their true power. And this was so powerful. It was so powerful. 2019 was the pinnacle of the collective awareness on the planet. Did you notice that, deep divers? Like, Even on YouTube, you had videos about awakening and finding out who you really are in meditation. A lot of people were all about finding out who they really are, why they're really here, humanity's past, where did we come from? People had questions, right? And also people were all about shedding the old and welcoming in the new. Now, what happened in 2019? A lot of people started to realize that a subtle shift was happening. The shift was subtle. Everything changed in ways we barely noticed. Everything changed in ways we barely noticed, deep divers. Societal norms, energy, consciousness, technological acceleration. It was a subtle shift, but it started to occur. This was ushering in a new timeline, a new earth. And when I say the world ended in 2019 and nobody noticed, it's not a bad thing. It's just that we reached the pinnacle of the 3D, 5D split, where in 2019, you made your choice. In 2019, you either chose to be open to new information or you chose to be closed off to new information. There was a timeline split. Now, a lot of people, they believe that everything changed in 2020. No, everything changed in 2019. 2020 was when the new earth was born. And if you go back in history, you realize that every time a civilization reaches peak consciousness, in other words, peak awareness, where people are now piercing the veil of the illusion, people can now see through the cracks of the matrix. They can now see that politics was designed to divide people. They can now see that the mainstream media is lying to us. The television means tell lie vision is telling lies to you visually. Slow motion this side. People were noticing this. And it reached a peak at 2019. People didn't believe what was on the news. The control structure was losing its grip on human beings because they were beginning to think for themselves. They were beginning to break off societal norms and the way that things have always been done. People now didn't want to keep up with the Joneses. They realized it was all fake. The world ended in 2019 and nobody noticed. And obviously in 2020, you had the Great Reset. There's a reason why the World Economic Forum said 2020 is the year of the Great Reset. Why was everything being reset? That's because in 2019, they knew the world ended. Slow motion this side. And when something ends, that means something is about to be born. And a lot of people, they said things like, it's over. It's over. They could feel that something was coming to an end. Like in 2017, 2018, you had like this SoundCloud era. You remember that? You had people like XXXTentacion, all of these people. You had a shift culturally, musically. 2019 was like the peak of, it's what I call the last of the summer wine. The last of the summer wine where people could actually be a real human being. You know, all of these self-service machines, they weren't in the supermarkets like fully yet, right? So you could actually talk to a real person in the supermarket. A lot of people could travel in 2019 freely, right? But then in 2020, something happened. And this was part of the Great Reset. A lot of people were locked down. Their energy was trapped. They were wearing a mask, and all of this is symbolic for your voice being censored. It's not an accident or a coincidence that a lot of people were censored in 2020 because that was also a part of the Great Reset, where they realized that they had to remove voices which could help awaken humanity. A lot of people were deplatformed. Accounts were banned. It happened in 2020 because something was ending in 2019 and something was beginning in 2020. Now, the world ended in 2019 and nobody noticed. You see, personal realities were rewritten. Personal realities were rewritten, deep divers. Our relationships, careers, and life priorities quietly shifted after 2019. A lot of people got out of a toxic relationship. A lot of people, they started to find out their true purpose. A lot of people now realize they were right all along. Deep divers, did you notice too? The world ended in 2019 and nobody noticed. You see, collective consciousness split. Humanity started living in different versions of reality, some aware, some asleep. There was a collective consciousness split. Now, a lot of people experienced that in 2020, but it actually started to reach its peak in 2019, where some people were asleep and some people were super awake. Some people were aware and some people were fast asleep. And that's the reason why in 2020, when they were locking down the planet, some people said, actually, being free is my birthright. I was one of them. Deep divers, I was one of them. And then some people were silent, going along with everything. The world ended in 2019. And nobody noticed. Remind yourself, deep divers, it was not catastrophic, but transformational. Endings don't always look like explosions. Sometimes they feel like emptiness before rebirth. Slow motion this side. You hear stories of how human beings wanted to reach the gods, right? Even in the Bible, they talk of the Tower of Babel. In 2019, something similar happened. People were now starting to decode this matrix. They were now starting, just like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, to see behind the wizard's curtain. And they were starting to realize that actually things aren't always what they seem. And they were starting to see how everything is a big joke. Like Shakespeare told you, the whole world is a stage. Now, with this level of awakening, work with me, deep divers. With this level of collective awareness, what would that mean in a whole new world in 2020? Because that's when the new earth was born. And it's not an accident or a coincidence that you had the Great Conjunction, which symbolized the new earth. Now, once again, it's amazing when something new is birthed. But not everyone wants you to become a new version of yourself. What? Slow motion this side. Not everyone wants you to become a new version of yourself, especially the inorganic ones. They realized that the world was ending in 2019, and therefore they had to do something about it. In 2020, what happened? The whole planet shut down. A lot of people depressed, miserable. But some people knew that human beings were getting too powerful and are so powerful. Like Marianne Williamson said, our greatest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our greatest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Everyone had to make a choice in 2019. And that choice we're still living out today. Some of your friends and family, they chose to stay fast asleep. You know what already happened. Sign me up. And some people chose to be sovereign. The world ended in 2019. And nobody noticed. Time feels different. 2019 was a pivot point. Our perception of time, urgency, and purpose shifted dramatically. I remember things were just going slow. All of a sudden, so many things are happening after 2020. And a lot of people say, Ralph, gosh, it's like no matter how early I wake up, there's not enough hours in the day. It's like time is speeding up. Oh, yeah. That's because the world ended in 2019. Deep divers, and nobody noticed. Just thank the universe that you had a chance to experience Earth before everything was dramatically changed. Just thank the universe that you had a chance to play in a treehouse, ladies and gentlemen, instead of an iPad. Just thank the universe that you could breathe in that good ass prana, baby, because now you don't even know if that's air you're breathing. Deep divers, just thank the universe that you could actually connect with real people. Because you see, after 2019, a lot of people went headfirst into the metaverse. A lot of people said, during that time in lockdown, it was great. It was great, right? You had time with yourself. But a lot of people don't even realize that a lot of people are simulating with AI during 2019, during 2020 and beyond. ChatGPT. A lot of people were getting comfortable interfacing with artificial intelligence. 2019 was the last of the real humans. I said 2019 was the last year of the real humans. I don't think you heard me. 2019 was the last year of the real humans. Now, you got to protect your humanity because you see, as time moves forward, by 2030, I guarantee you a lot of people are going to be part human, part artificial intelligence. It's already happening. You're already a cyborg, right? The world ended in 2019. And nobody noticed. Technology and awareness accelerated. AI, societal, social media, and information flow amplify the speed of change. The world we knew didn't exist anymore. Let me repeat that. Technology and awareness accelerated. AI, social media, and information flow amplified the speed of change. The world we knew didn't exist anymore. The world ended in 2019 and nobody noticed. The end was experimental. And we got to remind ourselves of this, deep divers. The end was experimental. Life stopped feeling normal. Even if we didn't consciously realize it. The end was experiential. That's what I meant to say. The end was experiential. Life stopped feeling normal, even if we didn't consciously realize it. A lot of people just felt something different was changing. They just noticed life would never, ever be the same. And a new version of the world was being created. A lot of people experienced this. They felt this deep in the depths of their soul. Deep divers. The world ended in 2019 and nobody noticed. It's about perspective, not literal destruction. The world that ended is the familiar reality we took for granted. Everything since has been a new paradigm. The old world of control, greed, fear, oppression it's already gone. It's over. The good news is that we're entering a whole new earth. We're in a whole new earth where the truth is coming out. It's not an accident or a coincidence that 2019, symbolically speaking, was the end of the cabal. Jeffrey Epstein was arrested in 2019, later mysteriously deleted himself in 2019, but that's all symbolic. That was over and something new was beginning. And now they're saying, hey, we want to release these Epstein files. Trump wants to do it, but they're not sure because on the left and the right, they're like, I hope it doesn't expose us. But this is all a sign that the world ended in 2019. And nobody noticed. Everything that was done in the dark is coming out into the light. Slow motion this side. The world ended in 2019, deep divers, and nobody noticed. It was a global awakening. The world ending is also the world beginning anew, and most people are still catching up. Let me repeat that one more time, deep divers. It was a global awakening. Oh yeah. The world ending is also the world beginning anew, and most people are still catching up. Right now, we've got to remind ourselves, life will never ever be the same. And billions of people all around the world are noticing, feeling the shift. It's an opportunity to realize what seems like the end is nothing more than a new beginning in disguise, and we must wholeheartedly embrace the new earth, realizing it's up to us to manifest anything we desire, and we can manifest anything we so choose. But just remind yourself, there has been a split of consciousness. Some people are all about finding out who they really are, connecting with themselves, and some people, their minds have been hijacked. The world ended in 2019 and nobody noticed. What this means is that from here on out, it is about being open to a whole new version of yourself. It is about being open to a whole new reality of yourself. Being open to a whole new reality of yourself. Being open to a whole new world where anything is possible. Where we go from here, deep divers, is the choice I leave to you. Smash the like button right now if you're ready. Smash the like button right now if you support The Real Deep Diver. Share the video, subscribe to the channel, join the YouTube membership, get exclusive content. Click join down below. Join the Patreon page. All new exclusive content you're going to love. Patreon.com/RalphSmart. Click the link down below. You want a one-to-one consultation with me so I can help you become your greatest version? Book a session at ralphsmart.com/one-to-one sessions. Of course, go and get the Bible of Becoming Your Greatest Version. The new book is out, deep divers. Feel alive too. Unlock your infinite power. The secret recipe to becoming your greatest version is now out on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/thebook. Click the link down below and go and get the Good Ass Prana shirts. All new designs you're going to love for men, women, children, even cats down the road. ralphsmart.com/close. Click the link down below. Deep divers. The world ended in 2019 and nobody noticed. Well, we did. And that's why I'm just saying, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? They tried to bury us, deep divers. They forgot we were seeds. I said they tried to bury us, deep divers. They forgot we were seeds. Whoa, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. While in the past, it was all about deception, lies. This new earth is all about heralding in the truth. That's why it's an exciting time. It's an exciting time because we are in the age of truth. All lies will be exposed. Amen to that. Deep divers, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy, peace. Yo! Once again, deep divers, smash the like button right now if you support the real. Share the video, subscribe to the channel. Once again, hit the like button right now if you support the real. Share the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below of gratitude and appreciation. One love, peace.